Hey guys, another quick Xero tips video here. So in this one, we're going to spend the next few minutes just looking at tracking categories. So I'm going to open Xero and just go into my demo company here. So I'll use this for my example. So tracking categories are particularly useful for times when you may want to split out income and expenses, but not necessarily use a completely different chart of accounts. So for example, if you have a company that has two different departments, or maybe sells product in 2 or 3 different cities, and you want to associate income and expenses with those. So from within Xero, we'll go settings and then into general settings. And you'll see we've got a section here for tracking. So within tracking, we can set up tracking categories and then category options. So within here, I have got one set up for region, and I'm going to set up another one now. One thing to note is you can only have 2 tracking categories at a time, but you can have as many options within those categories as you want. So in this case, we're tracking region at the moment as well. I'm now going to add another tracking category. So I'm going to imagine in this example that we have 2 offices. So I'll call the tracking category name office, and then here I'll have the options for the Melbourne office and the Sydney office. And here you can add as many as you want by just choosing add another item if you need to add more than 3 in there. For the moment, I've just got the 2 offices, so I'm going to go ahead and save that for the moment. So now I've got region and office, and if I want to, I can go back into my settings at any point and change those around again. So what does that actually mean? If I go into sales, for example, here, and I'll just add a new invoice in here just to be nice and easy. I'm not going to worry about who this invoice is going to or dates and things like that, but you'll notice just here I've got columns for region and for office. So for now, if I just do send this to another account, and I'll just do it for today. So here I'll just sell something at $100, and here on the office, I can now pick whether I want the Melbourne office or the Sydney office. So let's say I want $100 to the Melbourne office, and I've got another sales item, maybe at $500, and this is going to go to the Sydney office. So here I have one invoice for $600, but I've split it into a Melbourne office and a Sydney office, despite the fact that it's all going to the same account. So if I just go and approve that now, then if I go into my reporting, I can do a lot of reports by tracking category. So for example, if I go into profit and loss, then up the top we'll see there's various options here for year to date, month to date, and so on. And now that I've added those categories, I can compare regions or compare offices. So you'll see here in my profit and loss, I've got $600 in for December, but it's just in a general sales account. If I now compare offices, I can see $100 in the Melbourne office, $500 in the Sydney office, and the rest of it is unassigned from before I set these tracking categories up. So hopefully that tells you how to use tracking categories and where they can be useful in your business. There are also ways with the Excel add-ons I've mentioned in other videos that you can compare 2 sets of tracking categories together. So you could see how much in this region was in this office and vice versa, and get quite complex with the pivot table. But that's probably best to contact me if you need assistance with that. For now, that's all, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks very much.